Good morning from New York. Today, the American ideal is not hateful, unwise, and divisive. It's loving, democratic, and united, powerful. We don't want to change that. And when you love only thrives in democracy. This election coming up is between hatefulness, vision, and love, unity, democracy. Democracy holds us together. This agreement to honor the vote, respect institutions that were created and help us to take care of the country and ourselves. This is a real America. We don't want to change. It's not a matter. America is not about going back in time. It's great already. You don't need to make it greater by going backward. Going backward, what? Into what? Slavery, when women couldn't vote? What? How good is backward? You need to go forward. You need to progress. That's the ideal and spirit of America, that we go forward. Go forward with Joe. You know, he's being attacked. It's just, have you noticed? I mean, he loses a train of thought like anybody might, especially if they're tired, sick. And this state's or it's one name and another could be, yeah, he's pile on. Kidding me. He's he's wise. He's done a great job. And some people are afraid of him doing the work. He'd work for you. Guess who they are? People who don't love democracy, who want a dictator, who push their particular religion. I thought we had that settled long ago when the country was founded. Freedom of religion is foundational to our democracy. Nobody should be forced into somebody else's notion of the divine. No. Democracy is all about the real freedom that we have. Freedom to progress. And what does that progress mean? It means a happier, more fulfilled life. People with the education they need, the food they need, especially children, and the embracing character, the virtuous outreach, not only to ourselves, but to the rest of the world, and to those who come here. They're already saying, how great is America, when they pile up at the border. Whether we can handle the amount that are coming in, that's, that can be handled, that can be understood. But it shouldn't be addressed with razor wire and hate. We're not a country of hate. We're a country of love. Read what it says on the Statue of Liberty. Look it up. Joe has done a fantastic job. He has every good reason to believe he'll keep doing a fantastic job. He's not made any mistakes that anybody else might make. But they're tired. When they're trying to debate a guy who doesn't really debate, who just keeps lying. It's just a lie. It's just, you know, this is how things are. And, you know, you can debate that, but you have to use facts and lies. Yeah. So, and not a bit of good character, not a bit of real understanding or wisdom came out of Donald Trump in that debate. Donald Trump lost that debate. There's some people so lost that they couldn't see that. Well, fine and dandy. Don't vote, please. You know, I'm just kidding. Vote to get yourself educated. Take another look at the situation. You know, you've got the media piling on the guy. You know, everybody, you know, and it's most of us who are Democrats are for Joe. And some recent polls are showing he's winning, and he never lost anybody as a result of this one debate. So, wring your hands, crazy Democrats. You're being coward. Back your man. He's a good guy. What are you going to do? You're going to replace him with Kamala in the middle of the fight. You're nuts. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, that makes you're, by doing that, you're saying that you're agreeing that Joe is not capable. He is. He's very capable. With the lies, with the nonsense and the hyperbole. It's ridiculous. He's very capable. You know, and he's proven. And when he says that, then he says, oh, God, he's so wrong. He's just clueless. Clueless to what? Your stupid assumptions about it? Enough is enough. And if you want to be empathetic and aware, you got to use it. Who's the one that's empathetic and going to care about you? Joe Biden, Kamala, in that order. There'll be time for her to be president after his next term. If he can't make it through the term, okay, then he gets hit by a truck. Well, that's why we have a vice president. And I have every confidence that Kamala can handle the job. So, and so did Joe. And she polls right up there with Joe against Trump. So look, the debate is the debate. If the other person is telling the truth, that is, or basing what they're saying on some kind of facts. But these debates have always been a joke, really. I mean, you know, it's not about who makes the best appearance, the tallest guy, or person, the person who is most poetic. Look past all of the shimmering nonsense and look to what that candidate has done for you. And don't lay blame at the feet of the president for things that they had nothing to do with. I see that all the time. The border has been a mess for a long time, and largely because there wasn't a bipartisan bill to take care of it. That's the way you do democracy. Biden tries to reach everybody, get everybody on board. It's not trying to have a dictatorship, not even of a single party. So he was met with a party that's gone nuts. It isn't one to agree. But when they did agree and they came up with a bipartisan bill, Trump stopped it. Is that your candidate? He stopped what could help the ongoing problem at the border. And, you know, let's say improve it and bring it in. And that means a lot of things. If we could have been right now, stopping a lot of drug trafficking, which is taking lives. And look at what Trump is saying about other people, not like the Statue of Liberty. He's referring to other people the way Hitler did, poisoning the blood. What do you mean poisoning the blood? You know, that means that people look different than you, people of another religion, right? That's not very loving to look at people that way, by the way. Not empathetic at all. It's not aware. Yeah, and that's what this channel's about. It's nonsense. You know, for instance, the people who come over the border, uh, there are two different studies showing that they're not bringing in any more crime than, they're not committing any more crimes than people already here. Humans and humans, right? Nobody poisoning anybody's blood. You nuts. And yeah, some studies showing, and reasonably so, maybe people coming over undocumented don't want to be sent back, and they're not committing as many crimes as the people who are already here. And if you're worried about crime, why are you voting for a criminal? There were 34 charges against Trump. That courtroom had jurors picked by his defense team and the prosecution. 34 counts. As far as I've heard, not even a single individual said, no, I think he's not guilty. Unanimous, I think. Or I've not heard of any single vote. I mean, unanimously, as far as I know, certainly enough to convict. 34 counts. That means an argument on each of those counts looked at by people picked by both teams who said this guy committed a crime. And now you're going to throw out our court system too? Oh, it's no good? Well, you're one. You don't want if you want our FBI to become the old KGB, then, go ahead and elect Trump. So we have a dictator, and there will be his team to go out and harass people. I've got a feeling a lot of people at the FBI would be quitting the job with those kind of orders coming down. In fact, Trump says that he's there'll be a bloodbath if I'm not elected. It seemed like you weren't elected before and there wasn't a bloodbath. But there was a lot of misinformed people that ended up killing some police officers. Yeah. The Law and Order Party and the Republican Party, what happened to you? Where's the law? Where's the order? People screaming and putting up a noose to hang Trump's vice president. And he had to see that. He never said one word to stop it, not a single word. You wonder, what's this doing on this channel? Well, it's about empathy and awareness. And we need to practice it in all of our communications. And that includes politics. You got to support Joe. If you love democracy, you want to keep the good progress that he's created, you want to not have women running across borders to save their lives. Yeah, and then getting an abortion. Sometimes You know, it's like only for the, he saved the woman's life. Well, that means she's not gonna get an abortion until it's just almost certain she's gonna die. You really want to wait that long? In nature, the mother's always chosen over the offspring. Just saying. And yeah, you're gonna try to stop a pregnancy only when the mother's imminently going to die and can be injured in that case, because it gets to be a more serious thing. The later the pregnancy, you know, the pregnancy goes forward. Yeah. So then she gets injured, and then when she is able to have a child, hopefully, she might not. You know, when otherwise she would be able to have a child if the abortion was occurred at the same time. They could, in other words, make sure that she never had the child again. You know. So you vote for Trump, you are normalizing the worst things that have life in this party, called the Republican Party. The worst. And you don't give me this false equivalency nonsense. The Democratic Party is far more empathetic and aware than the Republican Party right now. Absolutely. It wants to have a dictatorship. It wants everybody to conform to whatever version of Christianity they want to push. We had that before in Europe. People were flooding into this country to get away from that. You're going to recreate it here in the United States? Yeah, he wants to take America back. Back to that? Yeah. Wake up. You know, and he gets everybody riled up over, you know what, maybe 1% of the population or 2% or something want to do with their intimate affairs or their gender identification. And meanwhile, they're not doing anything about making sure that every child has food, that every veteran has a home. You know, push, you know, vote Democratic and push them to do the right thing. And hopefully, we'll have another party that is a reasonable choice over time. I hope. It used to be it's a little center right, a little center left, and then would still sit down and have a coffee or a beer with that person. Now it's so insane that it's well, look at the Lincoln Project. These are good Republicans who were seeing the danger. And hey, Biden's vice president supports him. The president before him supports him. And I'm sure his wife supports him. Yeah, that's another issue. It's so tawdry, I really don't even want why. Guys, morally weak. He's mentally not really there. He's Trump. His businesses were huge failures. You know, his university was an absolute joke. So make up your minds, vote as you will, but remember, empathy and awareness count. You depend on democracy. as I like to do at the end of my presentations, I'm giving you a blessing. It's an old Irish blessing. It's more for poetic reason, factual one, but a little bit of hope. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rain falls soft on your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. For everything, wherever you see the source of all love. That can be a very rational concept. And hello. I like to also mention what Carl Sagan said. Help us all feel a bit of wonder, look into the eyes of another person with respect. It is feeling. We are the universe knowing itself. Pretty interesting. And the word I could say a greeting. Yeah, I misspoke. Am I losing my mind? Um, hmm. It's a word in India which means it's used for good person word. See, I did it again. I must be just losing. Don't quit piling on, yo. Um, the uh, the greeting and the goodbye in India is this. Namaste. The reason I say it is because it essentially means what the great Carl Sagan. We are all united together in this knowing, parts of have respect for other people. And although it might be really funny to make fun of people from time to time, you make fun of me, I'm not. It's sometimes it's a little hurtful. So comedians out there quit making fun of Joe. Trump is a car, you see a remark. Bar. Turn your humor the other direction, please. And you turn to get off. Media emphasize facts. Okay? You're trying to knock down Joe, lift up. Wow. That is despicable thing to do. We need our media to be fair and balanced. Okay? We should be ashamed. We should be ashamed. MSNBC doesn't make sense. So have a have a good day and make a better day. You know you can. Namaste.